To someone who's new to Bird, which recordings would you recommend they listen to?
Well, without question, I would say start with Bird with Strings. Bird with Strings, and one of his big band recordings. Say, I like the one called South of the Border with Machito. I think those two, if they whet your taste for Bird, then there's a plethora of small group recordings that you can get into quintets and quartets and But I would recommend Bird with Strings definitely as number one.
Yeah. Well, when I was getting into Bird, one of my first was Jazz at Massey Hall. As we're closing out here, Chuck, can you say something about how that album was actually done?
Well, there was a concert booked by the Jazz Society in Canada, in Toronto at Massey Hall, and Bird. It was a reunion of sort with Bird and Dizzy Gillespie, and of course Bud Powell was there, and Charles Mingus. And it wasn't supposed to be recorded, but Mingus recorded it, and then he issued it on his debut label. And that evening, Dizzy and Bird tried to outplay each other all night long. This is one of these legendary concerts, and fortunately, it was recorded by our man Charles Mingus, and he issued it originally as a 10-inch LP, and then later it was issued as a 12-inch LP. And it's both of them at the top of their game, and the whole band's at the top of the game actually. But
in the original recording, the bass was not really picked up very well. What did Mingus do about that?
Mingus went in and overdubbed his bass line on it. Mingus was not going to be denied.
Yeah. And what should have been a sold-out concert really wasn't. What happened to take people's attention away from the concert, Chuck?
There was a fight that night, and I can't remember the two fighters, but it was a very famous fight that evening. So, in fact, Dizzy and Bird went across the street to the tavern on the break to watch the fight. Everybody watched it.